Just close your eyes and imagine you wake up in a huge mansion with your beautiful wife next to you. You look outside and you have a view on the ocean and a green garden. There is a gorgeous supercar and your dogs playing around. That's probably the life you want. But do you think it's only you who wants it? Of course no. There are hundreds of millions of men who want to get the same money, women, luxurious lifestyle you want. But only winner gets the prize. Like it or no, we compete with other men. It's not about your competition is you from last week. Yes, to some extent it is. You still must be the best version of yourself. Do something better than you did a week ago. But the burning desire inside you has to be to outcompete and destroy the guys who are competing with you. Let's perceive a competition as a race. There's a race of average 90% and top 10% of men. Let's say you are an average guy. You probably don't have much success with girls. You don't exercise, play video games for hours every day, watch self-improvement videos on YouTube, but don't apply anything you learn. So, who is your competition? It's other average men who have the same lifestyle as you. You are in the race of average 90%. To win this race, you must do the bare minimum. We know that the average guy doesn't exercise, he just plays video games for all day long, so you doing 10 push-ups is always better than majority of them. But still there are guys your age who do 50 push-ups a day, and here the progressive overload is our weapon. Every day you do more and more push-ups, you do your best, and don't forget about the guy who's still in the race of average guys and does 50 push-ups. So your goal must be to get better every fucking day and win the race. Quite often people compare themselves to those who are out of their league, far away from them, and it gives them an impression and insecurity that their effort is vain and they can never compete with that guy. Just don't give a fuck about them. They have been in the game for years and even a decade. Just don't compare yourself to guys who are in the Olympics. Just think of your characteristics right now. How many hours a day you spend on social media and games? What type of food you eat? How often you exercise? 90% of guys do the same shit as you. It's freaking easy to win the race against guys who do pretty much the same as you. You spend less time on social media consuming and start creating content. You exercise more, eat clean food, educate yourself, and boom, you are in top 20% of men. As you get higher in hierarchy, you'll need to work harder and harder. Otherwise, you're gonna be destroyed, so the price is gonna be bigger. You'll get 10 out of 10 women, bunch of money, and that's the price. Let's say you work 9 to 5 and come back home at 6, half past 6. What majority of people do? They lie on their bed for an hour, scrolling social media, then barely make themselves something to eat. It's usually some shit food. Then they watch TV for hours, don't exercise. That's the fucking rat race. They never gonna improve, and their life will get worse and worse. As you see, it isn't that hard to beat the 80% of guys. Your free time and weekends are the best weapons to destroy the competition. As soon as you get home from work, university or school, you devote as less time as possible on consuming degenerate content on social media like Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. You work on sphere where you want to become the best. It can be subject at university, maybe some sport or business. Every hour of you is entirely precious. You may not understand that because probably an hour of your work costs $10 or even less. So therefore, you don't feel guilty when you waste your time. Realize that at this moment, some motherfucker from China is developing some world-changing project that's gonna make him billions. Or there are guys your age who start creating content on social media from today. And while you are telling yourself that you aren't ready and gonna start in a year, they already gonna be making some money and selling their products. This relates to your diet and gym. Don't forget that there are your peers who combine it all: gym, studying, creating content. And what do you think in 3 years? Who is gonna be more successful? Who is gonna get 10 out of 10 girls that you have a crush on? Of course, the guy who puts in the hard work right now, while you are scrolling social media. The situation could be the straight opposite. Just realize that you have to work like a freaking dog right now. Go the extra mile every day. And it's gonna be you who's respected, admired, and desired to be with. Ignoring competition isn't healthy at all, as most of the influencers tell you. Yes, you must put all the focus on yourself, get better every day, use the progressive overload, but make sure you use competition as a burning desire to win. In business, education, careers, you are competing against everyone else to get the most clients, to make more money, to get the best promotion. You have to do your best, reach your absolute maximum potential, but also make sure that you do better than any of your competitors. You do more than needed. You go for the extra mile, while others decide to stop and rest after finishing work. Always do more than needed at gym, at studies. Let's say you sign up for some courses of programming or video editing. Your homework was to repeat the topic, the code you learned. I bet you 80% of your group mates wouldn't even make it fully. Maybe 15% will complete it entirely, but you have to do the extra work even after finishing your assignment. Try to apply the thing you learned, repeat it every day, and you're gonna wipe the floor with your competitors. Just believe in the process. It also relates to professional sport. Becoming the best isn't impossible, as many of us believe. It's hard because there are a bunch of beasts who are training to get better than anyone, but you can beat them. And the only way is by outworking and outlearning them. You need to start working out first and leaving the last. As mentioned before, you go for the extra mile. When everyone leaves, you stay and continue training. You don't eat all the shit foods that your competitors are eating. You improve your sleep, apply everything you learn from your coach, and in a year or two, you are the best. For this period of time, you try to do better than you did yesterday, a week ago, and use the competition as a motivation to become the best. Perceive your life as a Hunger Game, player versus player. In Hunger Games there are 24 people and everyone wants to survive and win. Real life is quite similar in many perspectives. As a man you must build yourself, build an empire, to fight for money, power and women. If you don't, others are gonna take it. Therefore, you can't say that you don't feel like working, learning or trying something new. The man who always goes to gym regardless of how he feels will always beat the man who goes to gym only when he feels like. Who do you think the high quality female gonna choose? A Jeffrey who's depressed, out of shape, poor, lazy, or a man who's wealthy, in shape, disciplined, and can provide his wife, children with finances and safety? Of course the second one. So consequently, to get to the level of second guy, you need to learn, work on your business, go to gym, and you're gonna be the winner. That's how you get into 1% and destroy your competitors. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.